Alright guys, so I've been thinking all week, like, what should I be filming, what should I be talking about, and because I want to stay consistent with putting content out. So I've been thinking, what should I film, what should I take photos of, what should I do, and I came up with a great video, and I guess I'll call it working with lines. It's a little more exciting than how it sounds, trust me, it does, it is. Now, I know lines isn't really a really fun topic or sounds pretty boring, but let me say, but lines are super important to understand when it comes to photography because, well, lines help the flow of the photography or help flow of the mood or help the flow of the picture in general. Let me explain. Now, with lines, there's two components that go with it. That's viewpoint and perspective. And to get viewpoint and perspective, you need specific kind of lenses. Now, the cool thing about these lenses is that they have their own field of view, which is then projected onto the camera sensor. Now, each lens has their own focal point, which allows the object to be in the frame more or less, which then creates the perception of depth, which anything in the distance will be perceived smaller and anything up close will be perceived as larger, which then creates your lines, either parallel lines or horizontal lines, just depending on what you're shooting. Now, you control your perspective by determining your shooting position. So in that example, I was just shooting up there and you were looking down towards me. Now I'm shooting down from my floor up, and now you're looking up towards me. That's the difference. Now, with all that said, there are 4 emotional values that you need to understand when it comes to viewpoints, perspective, and lines. So I'll list the 4 now. There's close-up shots, distance shots, overhead shots, which means you're shooting down at someone, or lower angle shots, which is my personal favorite, which is when you're shooting low and you're shooting up at somebody. So we'll start with the first one, which is the close-up shots. Now, remember, there's an emotional involvement when it comes down to certain angles and perspectives. So with the first one, which is the close-up shots, you're suggesting that the emotion is either intimate, emotional involvement, intrusiveness, or daring. Now there's more to it, but I'm just listing 4 right now. So when you're using a close-up shot, just know those are types of emotion that you're gonna bring out, or other kind of emotions. So when you do want to do a close-up shot, you're letting other people know, you're kind of making it more of a getting to know you type shot, if I want to call it that. The second one is distance shots. Now with distance shots, that's more the emotion that I guess that you're going to be bringing out with that emotion or with that shot is a lack of involvement. Let's see, it's more of a cool, when I mean like cool as in like cold, like a distance kind of thing. I wouldn't say it's not a negative thing, but I use it more. If I'm going to use the distance shots, I'm going to use it more for a travel purpose. So kind of like, say, a road in Montana. You know, that long stretch they have? Well, that's when I would use a distance shot to kind of show the traveling, kind of show, hey, this is how long I've walked, or here's how long I've come, or whatever, something like that. Overhead shots. Now, when you use overhead shots or shooting down at somebody gives a sense of powerlessness, subservient, weak, soft, damsel in distress. I couldn't think of it. Damsel in distress. And I've seen a lot of photographers use that angle. It's fine, but just make sure when you're shooting down at someone, that's the projected image that you give when you shoot down on someone, is that kind of look. That's the emotion you give. And finally, like I said, my personal favorite, which is the lower angle. You're giving, when you shoot someone at a lower angle and you're shooting up at them, you give them a sense of power, strength, leadership, what else? authority or anything that's like positive when you shoot up at someone. It makes them bigger, larger than life, and that's why I love to shoot that way, because it makes my subjects look larger than life. So with all that said, let me change my and there we go. Okay, so with all that said, remember, each angle or perspective has an emotion that's involved with it. I've noticed a lot lately that a lot of photographers out there are shooting random angles or guessing throughout the shoot. And so when, for example, if someone's trying to act tough and strong, like I was just mentioning the last one, but they'll shoot down on them instead of shooting up towards them. So it's those kind of things that you have to kind of look out for, especially if you're starting out in photography. So if you want to make sure that you, so if there's a shoot that you're doing and you want the person to look, like I was just saying, strong and like a leader, then shoot up at them rather than shoot down or shoot from a distance or shoot up close. There's a specific angle you have to shoot, and make sure you follow the lines, which you would anyway automatically because of the angle or perspective or viewpoint, whichever word you're using. So that's basically it. So if you enjoyed this video or you learned something from this video, go ahead and hit that like button. I would so appreciate it. Go ahead and comment if you have any questions of anything else. I could try to answer you. And other than that, and if you want to subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would gladly appreciate that. You don't have to if you don't want to, but that's pretty much it, guys. My name is Bradley. This is 8th Photography, and I will catch you guys later.